This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Tigers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Baylor Bears offense will have the opening possession of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback...
There he goes! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Let's talk for a second about Baylor. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
The Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass, it's Robertson. Finds his big tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And here comes the offense on second down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Wide open spaces. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. The Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It's third and goal and third and long. They've got the screen set up. Looked as if they might have that screen really set up, but he'll be stopped short of the marker. It's fourth down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
So the Auburn Tigers offense will get the ball for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot, not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. spacing, and two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Caught over the middle. It's Howard. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence, everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, and you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum. Getting a win against a really good team, finding out who you are, can set the tone for your season.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage.
There he goes! He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. The throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Takes the handoff. It's Washington. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. He's got it again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops.
Turning it on! That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. He's got 42 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
To throw, it's Robertson. Quickly complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Now the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And that's an interesting call going play action on 3rd and long because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field, and you saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Let's it fly. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. And that was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
They make the stop, and he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. And the Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The pull and throw off the RPO. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He's got it on the right. Touchdown, Tigers! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wilson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Dropping back, it's Robertson. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He makes a catch. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Running into the open space.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet.
He's loose. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to...
Moving toward the end zone, ball out! And the defense got it. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. On the ground, it's Robinson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
From deep in their own end, they'll throw it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He'll do it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Dropping back, it's Robertson. Quickly out to the tight end.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Prentice. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. He slides that just inside the right upright. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Auburn offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think, again, if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 10. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a man, it's Robertson. Makes the grab down the middle. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his tight end. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Bears! And that one will give him the lead.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there in that touchdown catch.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. To the air on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Cobb.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle in Simmons. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, a lot of space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Quarterback on the keeper. It's a seam wide open.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for space. It's Washington. Oh, he's got some space. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Robertson. He's got the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And nice job by the defense. 1st and goal situation, you can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
Looking to fire. Trying to barrel in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Baylor! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Buffalo may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from UB Stadium every time. The Bulls have been racking up road wins since the Bob Deming days, and they'll get another one today. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Flips it out on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Finally, they get him out of bounds. Thought they were going to let him run until he got tired. I don't think he's tired. He's headed to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Red pass, it's complete. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
To the air, it's Robertson. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send you. Send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Bears will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Robinson. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 2nd down. On the run, still looking. He'll pull it down and run. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. They'll run it from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Might be changing the route. Wide receiver going in motion. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
A little screen to the running back. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds him out of the backfield. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense. Here comes the biggest drive for this defense. They need this stop the way the rest of us need oxygen. If they don't get it, they're done. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Bears are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking for a man. It's Robertson. Quickly complete. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. never a reason to panic. Just run your offense. Plenty of time here. Down one possession late in the fourth. It's caught. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Simmons. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Pocket breaking down. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Tigers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The play action fake. Dances away. He's got it on the move. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
And in this situation now, if you're on offense, what do? Do you kick the extra point, tie it, and hope for overtime? Or are you aggressive? Do you decide to go for 2 right here and see if you can take the lead with just seconds left in the game?
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. He wants to throw it. He makes the grab. The 2-point try is good, and they take the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Back to pass, it's Robertson. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Probably need to pick up a few yards. From here, it would be a 62-yard attempt. On third down, going up top. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
That's a big stop for this defense, and more importantly now, it puts them in a huge position. I want to use that clock as my friend. I got to take away the sidelines. I can't give up a big play and let them get a sideline and then sneak that field.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.